Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Eliana binti Nazaruddin. I am from BTech Section 1. Today I would like to cover chapter about the analysis and design of work. I will present two topics in this chapter. Firstly, about organization structure and workflow process, the output, activities and input in the production of product service. The second topic is the importance of job analysis in strategic human resource management. Firstly, organization structure and workflow process. Organization structure is a relatively stable and formal network of vertical and horizontal interconnection among jobs that constitute the organization. Next, workflow process. Process of analyzing the tasks necessary for the production of a product or service prior to allocating and assigning these tasks to a particular job category or process. Next, about work output activities and input. Firstly, output. Every work unit, individual, department, and team all seek to produce some output that others can use. Output is the product of a work unit and is an identifiable thing or service. Next, activities that members of a work unit engage in to make the output, and jobs that are more complex, a team-based job design is used. Lastly, input. Input used in the development of the work unit product. Move on to the next topic about job analysis. Job analysis is an important step in ensuring that the right candidate is selected. The importance of job analysis are for work design, human resource, planning, selection, training and development, performance appraisal, career planning, and job evaluation. Next, job analysis information. Firstly, nature of information divided into two. The first is job description and job specification. Job description consists of a title, position, location, duties reporting, and mission, workplace environment. Second, job specification consists of education, work experience, skill, responsibilities, training, and personal and emotional characteristics. Lastly, source of job analysis information consists of subject matter expert, job equipment, supervisor, and social network. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Dr. Amir bin Aris. My name is Hanina Faiza bin Hashim. I am from BTech Section 1 class. So now, I would like to present about the right job analysis technique for a variety of human resource activities. His subtopic is from the analysis and design of work. We have four ways to analyze jobs. Number one is job analysis interview. It is point highly accessible. Usually conducted using a job analysis questionnaire. Process may be done by a professional job analyst or an in-house job analysis committee under the guidance of HRM. Interview also may be done one-on-one or with groups or even a combination. Number two is observation and self-reports. In this point, information gleaned from job analysis interviews is often combined with two other sources of information. It also employees regularly keep logs that track their daily activities. Number three is the National Occupational Classification. In this point, creating job descriptions and job specification, the primary output of job analysis from data collected through interviews, observation, and other sources can be a daunting task. The NOC code is useful to employers. Lastly is Position Analysis Questionnaire, PAQ. A quantitative technique that is also one of the broadest and most well-researched instruments for analyzing jobs. The job analyst is asked to determine whether each item applies to the job being analyzed. Research can has indicated that the PAQ measures 12 overall dimension of jobs and that a given job score on that dimension can be very useful.
My name is Ishantini, daughter of Tirumurthy. My metric number is B0621104456. The subtopic that I'm going to explain is identify the task performed and the skills required in a given job. First of all, what does mean by job design? Okay, job design is the process of defining how work will be performed and the tasks that will be required in a given job. Job redesign. This job redesign refers to changing the task or the way work is performed in an existing job. To effectively design jobs, we must truly understand the job as it exists through job analysis and its place in the larger work unit's workflow process as a workflow analysis. Next will be the process of analysis. Firstly, organizational analysis. Second will be selection of jobs to be analyzed. Third will be the data collection. Fourth will be a job description, and the last will be the job specification. There are 4 types of approach. First will be the mechanistic approach. This approach is the focus of mechanistic approach is identifying the simplest way to structure work that minimizes efficiency. This approach focuses on task specialization, skill simplification, and repetition. Workers should be selected based on their ability to do the job and trained in the standard one best way to perform the job. Second will be the motivational approach. The motivational approach to job design has roots in organizational physiology and management literature. It focuses on the job characteristics that affect physical meaning and motivational potential. The perspectives of the motivational approach focus on increasing the meaningfulness of jobs through invitations such as job enlargement and enrichment. Thirdly will be a biological approach. The goal of these is to minimize physical strain on workers by structuring the physical work environment around the way the human body works. Ergonomics aims to prevent physical fracture, aches, pains, and health complaints. Such research focuses more on the content in which work activity takes place rather than the work itself. Last not but least, perpetual motor approach. This perpetual motor approach to job design has roots in human factors literature. This approach tries to improve reliability, safety, and user reactions by designing jobs to reduce their information processing requirements. Similar to the mechanistic approach, this approach generally decreases the job's communications demands. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Furkan Aksha. I would like to present about the different approaches to job design. What is job design? Job design refers to the way in which set in a method, a task leading to a desired and expected outcome are organized. There are 4 approaches to job design. First, the mechanistic approach. Second, the biological approach. Third is motivational approach, and the last one is perceptual model approach. Let's start with the first one, which is mechanistic approach. In this method, each worker is only required to do 1 or 2 simple tasks over and over. Through this, jobs are relatively simple to learn and perform. They are usually tedious. Workers are generally dissatisfied and unmotivated, and absenteeism is high. The focus is identify the simplest way to structure work that maximize efficiency. Job design around the concept of specialization, skill simplification, and repetition. Next is the biological approach. The biological approach is essentially focused on the physical factor of the job, such as lifting and physical exertion and muscle power. The approach focuses on ways to eliminate injuries, physical stress, and other physical problems in an organizational environment. Methods used in this approach include exercise routine, identifying how to eliminate back problems, and improving overall work conditions. Let's move to other approach, which is motivational approach. This approach focuses on job characteristics that affect psychological meaning and motivational potential and attitudinal variables such as satisfaction as the most important outcomes of job design. According to research, employees with responsible jobs are more motivated and satisfied with their jobs. Workers who have a high level of autonomy are more responsible and accountable for their actions. Jobs with characteristics such as skill variety, task identification, task significant autonomy, and feedback are highly motivating and satisfying to employees. Last but not least, the perceptual motor approach. The perceptual motor approach focuses on human mental capabilities and limitations. This approach seeks to ensure that workers' mental capabilities are not exceeded by. In general, this approach attempts to improve reliability, safety, and user reaction by designing jobs to reduce their information processing requirements. Consider the least capable worker when designing jobs, and then create jobs requirements that an individual of ability level could meet. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Fatin Adriana Fitri binti Muhammad Sukri. I am from Group 2. So I would like to present about approaches job design. Approaches to job design, there is an interaction between job design or design and process, because accomplishing anything is in an organization more often than not require knowledge of whom to see and how to present an idea to that person. There have 4 job design approach. First, job rotation. Second, job enlargement. Third, job enrichment. And fourth, work simplification. First is job rotation. Where job rotation, this is one of the method to reduce boredom, which implies moving of employee from the one job to transfer to another within a working group, so that there is some variety and relief from boredom of monotonous jobs. So Hasbert characterized this approach merely substituting 1 0 for another 0. Second, job enlargement. Where job enlargement, it is involved adding more tasks to a job or assignment of verified tasks or duties of job of employee at the same level. According to the Hasbert, job enlargement is simply adding a 0 to 0. 0 meaning that one set of boring tasks is simply added to another set of boring tasks. A recent study found that by expanding the scope of job, workers found the benefit such as more satisfaction, reduced boredom, monotony, and increased motivation. Third is job enrichment, where job enrichment is an approach to job design that is based on the assumption that in order to motivate personnel, must provide opportunities for achievement, recognition, responsibility, advancement, and growth. It gives employees more opportunities for autonomy and feedback. It also gives them more responsibilities that require decision making, such as schedule work, determining quality. The last approach is job simplification or work simplification. So, under this method, the complete job is simplified by breaking down into small sub-parts. Then, it to a worker who does the same task over and over again. This is done so that employees who gain proficiency in doing the repetitive tasks requires less training. This will lower down training costs and in turn increase productivity and profit. Time and motion study are generally used for job simplification. However, company may not always be benefit from this technique as it increases absenteeism and boredom due to repetitive nature. So, next part is we can see the importance of approaches to job design, where the first important is behavioral approach, where when we can approach a behavioral, this approach is based on the finding of Mayo, Frederick Hesbert, and other human relation experts. So, the main focus of this approach is on job redesign, work structuring, job enrichment, and participative system. The approach also focuses on social and psychology needs of the workers along with technical aspects. So we can see a traditional approaches where under this approach duties and responsibility of the organization are allocated on the basis of common practice and tradition, and hence the procedure or recruitment, selection, and fixation or remuneration are simplified. So third, we can see classical or scientific or engineering approach. This approach was developed by Dr. F.W. Taylor and his associates. According to this approach, principle of scientific management. So, the principle is focused on planning, standardizing, and improving human efforts to maximize productivity.